All right, so this will be an interesting release here because, you know, Jordans are sitting, but way back in the day, these guys right here, known as the Olive Air Jordan 5s, were fucking hot. They were so popular. It'll be really interesting to see if that trend holds. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 5 Olive, back again for the first time since its initial debut, way back in 2006. A lot of people love these because they reminded them of like undefeated stuff, which is true, you know what I mean? Like this color scheme is very clearly that. But it wasn't an actual undefeated launch, it was just a Jordan Brand LS launch, which was really dope. For those of you guys wondering, they do come in this box right here. It is the Jordan Flight Club box and label and all that stuff. Why the Jordan 5 has been coming in that, I couldn't tell you, but I don't dislike it or anything. I just think that it's interesting, but I do like that they've been coloring them up as the, you know, the shoes or the contents inside and stuff like that. So the shoes are really nice. I gotta be honest. Like, it's just one of those things where you can say what you want about the brand and all that stuff, and you guys already know that I've had my fair share of words about them, but when they do things well, you gotta give them credit. So that's what this product is right here. Not 100% perfect or anything like that. We'll get into that soon. But as far as materials and just the overall look, I mean, look at them, man. They're gorgeous. The outsole here is pretty plain, but it's a typical or standard Air Jordan 5 outsole. We've got herringbone in the heel and forefoot, clear traction pods, obviously, with a giant Jumpman underneath. Nothing really to write home about. So we're gonna move on up to the cushion, which happens to be polyurethane. That's what the entire midsole is. Inside of the forefoot is an encapsulated air sole unit, and then in the rear, you have a visible one. And yes, they kept the orange air unit. Also, I was shocked that this actual, genuine polyurethane insole was inside there without Nike Air being anywhere on the shoe. Well, actually, they put Nike on the lace lock thing. I don't know why. Normally it's a Jumpman. The only time that they have the Nike branding on there is when it's the OG launches or the OG colorways. Not really any consistency there, but it's Jordan brand. We're kind of used to that by now. But anyways, the upper on these guys, I don't want to say it's like the originals because I cannot remember for the life of me like what those felt like. All I know is that the visual looks very similar. So the original upper had this material on there that was just whatever they did. I don't know what this is. I can't even tell you. So if you happen to know, I would love to know like what this application or technique is, but there's like scratches. You know, like if you got like a really sensitive screen and then you take a paper towel, which you should never do, and then you wipe it or a window or whatever, and then it's got that like scratched layer to it. That's what this looks like. So I don't know really what it is or how they do it or why. All I know is that it looks like the original, so I can't like complain about it or anything like that. And as far as the material quality goes, I mean, it's buttery, dude. Like this is some nice shit. It smells good. I mean, this is like legit nubuck, dude. It's awesome. I will say that the midsole here too, like I don't know what they're doing, but they're comfortable. They're not quite as boot-like as they once were. So yeah, if you haven't had a recent pair of Air Jordan 5s, I would go check them out. If anything, try them on in store just to see the difference. It's actually noticeable. Everything else though is pretty standard. You got the clear netting on the sides as well as the tongue. It's got a slight blue tint to it. Not anything that I think is like too bad. It doesn't bother me, but maybe it will bother somebody. But yeah, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. When I look at these, I just kind of think like, oh, it's a fresh pair. You know what I mean? I will say the one thing that like I just still don't like is this toe rand, dude. I know that some people like it, and if that's you, you know, respect to that, but like this is not the Jordan 5's toe. It's just not it. It's not proper. So yeah, as soon as they change that, that's when I'll get like back on board with the Air Jordan 5s. It is one of my favorite shoes. It's just I cannot, like every time I look at this is not cool. It's not the shoe. I wore this shoe all senior year. Not this one, but like the white and metallics. This is not what I remember looking down at. I can just tell you that right now. And for those of you guys wondering, the tongue is just as reflective as ever, even though it's not the same exact material. It's that kind of like weird tinfoil-y looking 3M or reflective. Not my favorite, but it still works, so it is what it is. I will say though, that Jumpman branding, perfect. I really do appreciate good embroidery or modern embroidery. I just think it looks amazing. Like looking at from the past and seeing those Jumpmans and then looking at the new ones, I'm just like, whoa, it doesn't even look like the guy. You know what I mean? Like the dude's got a bubble butt and everything. Look kind of like Barkley does like right now. Sorry, Chuck, I love you. I really do. I think you're funny. Ernie's the GOAT though. Wow. On the rear, there's no Nike branding, just like the original release of the colorway. So for those of you guys that are for some reason Nike Air onlys, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys weren't even around back then, but whatever, that's just what it is. I wouldn't complain because, well, when we first saw this shoe, this is exactly how it looked. And like I said before in the beginning of this video, this release flew off shelves, at least in my area. People were I'm loving it. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, you can do one of two things. You can go true to size. They should be okay. I feel like they fit a little bit big, so I would go down half a size, but it's entirely up to you. If you've been buying some of the recent Air Jordan 5s, go with whatever that size is that you prefer. Do we have a question of the day?
We do. Today's question of the day is, what is everyone's favorite pick-me-up video on YouTube?
Like you're in a bad mood and
You need to smile.
do you search for it or does it come across your feed?
I don't know. I would assume it would be something that you know will make you happy. Like,
Do you do that on a bad day?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, but I have two videos that I could call out where when I stumble across them, they make me happy.
What is it?
They're both ours. Shameless plug.
Come on, that shouldn't even count.
Why?
I don't know. It's weird.
One of them, I don't even know how to look for it. They're both from before I helped this way. Like, you were basically doing everything on your own. I was helping though with your on-court stuff. Like, I was your cameraman there. But the first one would be where you have that Star Wars Millennium Falcon. Yes.
Yeah, that thing was fun.
That's an instant pick-me-up if you just want to hear a little kid laugh the whole time.
Nothing wrong with that. That's a great pick-me-up.
The other one is an actual sneaker review, but for some weird reason, you used the intro for it was basically everything going wrong. Something had happened with the camera, whether it had turned off, and so you're calling me being like, babe, can you come in here and help me make sure it's in focus? And our daughter had followed.
What video is this?
I don't remember. I literally just stumble upon it when I'm looking for a thumbnail usually.
Okay.
And our daughter gets her head all up in the camera and you're like, can you two just check it? And like,
it's like, I've been doing this for 30 minutes and I'm still in the beginning.
You can hear the dryer in the background. It's comedy gold.
Well, I don't know if I necessarily have one of these. I don't know if I have an answer for the question this time. I would say that normally if I'm in a mood, music, but at the same time when I put on music, it usually matches my mood, so it doesn't pick me up. It just kind of like brings me way lower.
It lets you wallow in it?
Oh, I'm a wallower for sure. So yeah, my mood matches my music. But there are some, like that one, what's that guy's name? Is it Jack or Jake? The Underdog.
Oh.
It's like the punk guy.
Yeah, I think it's Jake the Underdog.
Yeah, so that one song, like Sad Today, that's one of those ones where as soon as that comes on, I'm like, get yourself up off the floor. Quit wallowing. Everything's fine. So that's one of those things where like music can change the attitude and stuff like that. I don't know if I have a video though, but it would be interesting to know if other people do, especially like, which is weird because I'm a YouTube viewer.
That's the thing. I'm not. I literally follow 3 people on YouTube. One of them is us. Then it's the My Favorite Murder, their little comic things they do. And then when I was trying to learn the ukulele, I still follow that guy.
Okay. Fair enough, no judgment here. But sound off below and let us know your thoughts on that. What video, if any, do you use as a pick-me-up? Do you search it out or does the algorithm somehow know? Because I know that they do, that you're in a bad mood and you need a little laughter today. Or is it something else entirely? You can always throw in a caveat or an asterisk and stuff like that. So sound off below, we'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think about the shoe as well. Do you remember I almost called them undefeated. Do you remember the Olive 5s from way back in 2006? If you do, did you own a pair? Are you trying to get a pair now? Do you still have them so you can compare the materials? Please let me know what the this is. Like, how did they get these scratches on there and why is it on there? So yeah, that pretty much takes care of it. Thank you for everything. We'll catch you guys on the next one. So until then, have a good one.